the Easy Woman speed.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. We're just going to get right to it. It is Friday Eve. I got some stuff I got to take care of before I land for the night. We've been doing confessions recently. I got one right here. All right. It's entitled A Journal Entry After I Walked Away from You at the Bus Stop and Caused You Pain. Correction. I misread the title. The title is entitled A Journal Entry After I Walked You to the Bus and Caused You Pain. It is not fair of me to come at you the way I do. I say I love you, and then the next moment, I'm tearing your house down with my emotional hurricane. I'm not sure I'd be able to handle what you are. Between what I've dealt you to I'm not sure I'd be able to handle what you are. Between what I've dealt you to career stress, to finance, to friends, and into overall health. It's all a lot. Hello, Love Blake. Nice to see you. I will give you more credit than I do because currently, at least verbally, I don't give you any at all. Between you and me, I'm the one who has work to do on his way without going into too much detail. My therapist is working with me and understanding the root cause or source of why I judge and harshly judge myself and others. I absolutely no interest in losing you, Levi. You're such a wonderful man, and I am so incredibly lucky to be chosen by you time and time again. I'm not fair to you. I put so much onto you. I give you too many of my expectations to carry on your shoulders. This morning, when I caused you to cry, Levi cried. This morning, when I caused you to cry and I looked into your beautiful eyes, I saw myself causing chaos, tearing the walls of your house down. I love you. I love you so much, but I'm just so fucked. I'm so messed up and I can't fix myself that I guess I just start to fix you. Flawless, stripped away for a moment, and you, Levi, are my ideal partner. You are one hell of a man. You're smart, funny, exciting, adventurous, caring, and you're kind. I just can't get it right. I cause you pain, emotional turmoil. It's more than what I can even comprehend. I confess this because perhaps I finally realize I will lose you is what I have realized this morning. If I don't change my ways and fast, you're doing the best you can. You're patient with me. I need to be patient with you. Why am I such a monster? I took you. I'm not good at this relationship stuff. No, I told you I'm not good at this relationship stuff. Hello, Miss Viewers of You. How you doing, Miss View? I was just reading a confession from somebody who walked Levi to the bus station and made Levi cry. Okay, somebody says, "I'll make sure to forward this to Levi." Somebody says, "This is so painful to read. You're strong." Somebody else says, "You're not a monster. You're unhealed. See the pattern. Do the work." Somebody says, "It makes me feel better. It makes me feel better people can admit they are mean girls. There are a lot of them. Sometimes all it takes is stopping yourself before you say mean crap. If you can't stop yourself, you're one step closer to if you can stop yourself, you're one step closer to improvement. Now replace the mean part protecting you with something vulnerable. See how it goes. 21 days. Journal what you will have wanted to say that had empathy and kindness, and try it next time after you realize." Damn, Levi. Oh, Levi. So that was a confession. I wasn't feeling that one too much, but let's go ahead, since we're in the realm of realizations and shit. Let's do another one. Okay? It's my Friday's Eve. This one is entitled, "This is something I have to admit about myself that I deal with." Oh shit. Oh, and this person's name is Doll Face Hairless Lux. That's a lot going on. Here we go. I don't think people understand what it feels like to spend your entire life wishing you were someone else. No, not that one. Oops. Wonky Pro to the stage. Rep microphone on. Take 2. Action. I don't think people understand what it feels like to spend your entire life wishing you were somebody else. No, not wishing you only look different, but wishing you had someone else's face, someone else's body, yaddy yaddy, someone else's personality, someone else's friendships, someone else's relationship, someone else's memories, and someone else's life. Yes, Miss View, the whole life. Not half a life, not a third of a life, not a sex life, but the whole life. Let's go back to the text. That has been me for as long as I can remember. I don't know what it feels like to look in the mirror and like the person staring back. I never have. As a child, I believed every other girl was prettier than me. As I grew older, that belief didn't disappear. It became part of who I was. Miss View says, sounds like some of the folks in the beef sector. Absolutely. Ding, 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 ding. Jealous and envy of other people's lives. Okay. I spent years starving myself because I genuinely believed that if I became thinner, people will finally value me. I thought being prettier would make people kinder. It didn't. I've spent my life comparing myself to other girls. Every time I see someone with close friends, a loving relationship, confidence, or a life that seems full, something inside me breaks. I don't just wish I had what they have. I wish I were them. Ooh, girl. This is some single. Was it a single white female? Why do I think it was a single white female? It was the word white in the whole description of the nutcase. Single white female. Was it a single white female? Was the word white in the description of the mental illness, Miss View? You know, that movie. I've never known what it feels like to have a friendship that stayed safe. What does he mean by that? I don't know what it feels like to be valued in. You are correct. Single white female. Okay, dang. Okay, take that, Wonky Pro, take that last. Okay, got it. I don't know what it feels like to be valued, important in someone's life, appreciated, loved for who I am. I'm upset when I see and hear others have that instead of me because I've never experienced it. Now here's the oxymoron, the jumbo shrimp, the little giant. Okay? If you've never experienced it, then what do you know? How do you know to be mad about it? You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm upset when I see and hear others that have that instead of me because I've never experienced it. So then you don't really know what you're mad about. Just food for thought. Let's continue. I've never been in a relationship. I've never had a real friendship my whole life. Most people that have came into my. What is he gonna say? Life abused me very badly. Not a single person I've met that hasn't turned abusive and nasty to me. Now let's really explore that. This is giving victimology, Miss View. This is giving certainly I want to be me, boo-hoo, oh, poor me. This is what it's giving. This person wants me to believe that, quote, not a single person I've met that hasn't turned abusive and nasty to me. Everybody in the world, the mailman, okay? The people I trusted eventually became people I had to protect myself from. I watched people who were kind to me at first slowly distance themselves. I wonder why. Mock me, talk about me behind my back, and become emotionally abusive. After enough years of that, you stop expecting people to stay and don't bother to make friendships anymore, which leads me to have no friends to this day. When my entire life is filled with experiences like that, years later, it doesn't make everything suddenly become okay and I don't remember what happened to me. It stuck with me. I remember every little detail of my past. The flashbacks are too much. I remember every single little thing from my past years go, not just the bullying. It's everything from my past. These many different flashbacks never leave me alone. Oh my gosh, she's having a mental breakdown right now, Miss View. This is such rich monologuing material. Ooh, I'm going to learn this as a monologue. My brain never switches off. We know, but girl, if you take the medication and make sure you keep up with your once a week or twice a week appointments. Sit on the couch and tell the lady with the notepad everything that went on since the last session. Let's go back to the text. My brain never switches off. I replay conversations from years ago. I remember faces I haven't seen in years. I think about people who have long forgotten me to this day from my past. I search for explanations that never come. I don't even like being alone with my own thoughts. Movies and distractions, anything that pulls me away from my mind become a form of escape because the moment Everything goes quiet, the memories, flashbacks come back, and the sadness. I also live with chronic health problems that began when I was 17. I'm 20 now and still have chronic illness, while other people my age are building careers, traveling, falling in love, and becoming independent. I have none of that to this day. I often feel every day as though my own life stopped moving forward. Sometimes I feel trapped between the life I wanted and the life I'm actually living. There is one person from my past who I barely knew yet. I've thought about him every day for more than 5 years. We never dated. We were never friends. We hardly spoke to each other. My mind refuses to let him go. Here goes the single white female shit. I compare myself to his girlfriend and to his girlfriend for years, even though she doesn't know I exist. Oh! Every time I see them together, I cry, which I don't get because I hardly knew the guy. We never had one conversation either. I know some of my thoughts aren't helping me, but my mind won't stop for years and can't stop. Let's see, Miss View says. So getting some dick is going to make it all better, really? Well, Miss View, I guess it depends on the stroke. The stroke. And if it's clean D. If it's clean D and then the stroke, I guess. All right. I know some of my... Okay. I know comparing myself to strangers is hurting me. I know constantly looking backwards is keeping me stuck. Knowing that doesn't make my brain stop. People often say, just move on. I wish it were that simple. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they realize that when I've spent years feeling unwanted, unsafe, rejected, and alone, those experiences don't stay in the past. They become part of the way I see myself and the world around me. I think I'm grieving the life I never got to have, the life where I felt accepted, the life where I knew who I was, the life where I actually had real friends, the life where I had a relationship, the life where I know what it feels like to be valued. Someone's everything, important to someone, appreciated, someone who is willing to spend time with me. I've never had that even to this day. The life where I wasn't constantly wishing I could look like another girl and another girl's body. Okay. Somebody says, carrying that much trauma and constant comparison is an incredibly heavy burden. You deserve a safe space to heal because your own life is worth living too. And I think that's a very good a piece of advice. I think, all kidding aside, I think this young lady needs to get herself a therapist as soon as motherfucking possible. I may be a lot of things, and I may have wore a lot of different hats, but I ain't no motherfucking therapist or a professional shrink. But I can tell you, I feel it in my bones, in my structure, that this girl is possibly in some need of some brain chemicals altering medication. She sounds like she is possibly depressed, maybe a little bit paranoid or schizophrenic. She needs to get herself a therapist ASAP. I'm not saying that some of the things that she's pointing out are not valid. I mean, it's her feelings, right? And even if she needs medication and she has some issues that she needs to work through, it's her reality, right? She exists in her reality. So who am I to say, no, it's not like that? But it really sounds like she is stuck in a loop where she is seeing the cup. Shit, the cup is not even half empty. The motherfucking cup is completely upside down. There's no liquid in it. It ain't no glass half full, half empty. It ain't no motherfucking glass on the table. That's how much help and support. And the thing is that she's young, Miss View. She said she was in her 20s, right? She's in her 20s. She should be able to, especially as a female in New York City, there are places that will give her therapy for free here in New York City. For absolutely the free. And get her evaluated. And if she needs to get some type of medication, psychotropic drugs, those are the ones that alter, how you see the world. They put some rose-colored glasses on you. And, just because you go on some medication doesn't mean you're going to be on it for the rest of your life. Sometimes people go on medication. They work through whatever they need to get worked through with their therapists. They learn coping mechanisms, coping skills, toolboxes and shit. And then they come off slowly off the medication, right? I know it's very difficult for females, especially young females. In theater, I saw a lot of, I don't want to say this, but I saw a lot, obviously it's theater, so a lot of comparison, a lot of, theater misview, the way they cast theater. And they do this more in theater than in, like in movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Theater, you are a type. They typecast you. You are a type. All right. Especially for like the Broadway shows and stuff like that. They're looking for a type. When they get the first company that does a show, they have those body types, height, structures, down to the hues. They're gonna, the next time they cast people, they're gonna cast people that they could be, you would think that they're brothers or related because it's like the same, because they're trying to keep the same look. So there's a lot of, especially with females, a lot of comparison, a lot of, oh, she's, she weighs this, I want to get to this size, so she did her hair this, so I want to, there's a lot of that, especially the girls that are getting a lot of work, meaning they get hired a lot. They, they study them. They study those girls to see, okay, that's what's in right now. And they go, just like in modeling. It's the same thing in theater here in New York City. So I saw a lot of that. For guys, it's different. For me, it was different. First of all, guys, I'm the minority because guys are minority in theater. And then I'm Latin from New York. I could look street and I could also look nerdy. So I had a lot of positives for me. My big old fro and then you couldn't tell me nothing because I know ain't nobody else bringing this flavor. Okay? So I love walking into a holding room before I was going to go into the audition. And it was a whole bunch of white boys and white girls. And I already knew, oh, they're going to want them some Juanqui Pro because they need a sprinkle for some Latin up in here. Okay, so to me, I use it to my advantage, but I can see how, especially females, how competitive and how that will go about. The thing that got me was when she was talking about, this is the poster, she's talking about she sees the boyfriend, the guy with the girlfriend, and she cries, and neither of those two people know that she even exists. It's a little bit single white female-ish, it's, I plead, please, if you come across this, get yourself some therapy. It's only going to make you better. It's going to build you up. It's going to make you see the world in a different way. And possibly take your medication. Ain't no shame. Let me tell you, I prefer somebody to be on their medication than somebody to be off their medications, not calibrated, running around creating a ruckus. Okay? Anyway, we've been on here for 26 minutes and 5 seconds. I want to thank everybody who came through. Thank you, Miss View, for coming through. Miss View, tomorrow, if possible, and you are interested, I would love to get you up here so we could talk about your Virgin Voyages. We can commensurate on your experience and my experience. I want to get, the tea directly from you. If you feel up to it, just let me know. I may come like early in the afternoon and do a little something, and then later on I'll do the confessions, because tomorrow we got the non-safe for work confessions. Oh yes. That's when it gets adultish and nasty with it. You know what I'm saying? That I had to double click I had to double click to get into that board, Miss View, and confirm that I was 18 plus. Okay. So with that said, happy Friday's Eve. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming through. Please hit that like button. Thank you. All right. Peace.